Hey, what's up, you guys? Ray for Life here, coming at y'all with a chapter of Bleach review 518. And I have to say, this was a pretty good chapter. It was a pretty good chapter, and the reason why I say that, and the reason why, but I give it a B plus and not an A, is because it's a little gripe at the end that I didn't really, I was kind of iffy about. But overall, it was a pretty good chapter. You know, it was a pretty good chapter, and Kubo's doing good. He's doing good. And I'm going to start it off with Urahara. Okay. Urahara comes out. He's on the big ass screen and shit. Everybody's looking up like, what the fuck? And Mayuri's looking at Kon like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and Kon's next R2-D2 or some shit, right? And Mayuri's trying to cut him off. It's like trying to switch trying to fuck with his eyes, like poking his eyes. And Urahara was like, yeah, I knew you was going to do that. I knew you was going to find that out. That's why I made sure that it won't work for you. And now I understand why Mayuri fucking hates motherfucking Urahara, man. Because I would hate Urahara too if he kept beating all the time. It's like Urahara finds the littlest ways to always be on top over Mayuri. I would hate that shit. I would hate it. I'd be like, death to that man. I would. I'd be hating that dude. But anyways, you know, Urahara making sure everybody's there. Chad is good. Everybody's good. And then finally we have a good hint of who the history person is. And we hear a voice come over the intercom through Urahara's side. He's like, is that Ichigo? And Urahara's like, they're lying. Like, no. Off the bat. So I'm thinking like, okay, it must be like an enemy or something in the past to be who. Let me keep reading. Ichigo, you bastard. Who says Ichigo, you bastard? Kurosaki, you bastard. Everybody, Grimjaw. It's 90% of the chance of it being Grimjaw is very fucking high. It's 90% Grimjaw. I'm telling you. But the thing is about this is the funny part about it was how they try to block Grimjaw from the camera. Like Chad, they using their powers to block Grimjaw or whoever from the camera. Like it was hilarious. But basically, Urahara was like, "Don't trip, because we made a contract, so you have to worry about nothing." So I'm thinking, okay, damn, it was an enemy before, but what the fuck you making contracts for? You feel me? But anyways, and the thing about Grimjaw, just like my homie asked me earlier when we read this together, we just got done reading this review before he left, and he asked me, he was like, man, if that's really Grimjaw, which he brought up a good point, if that's really Grimjaw, then what effect is he going to have in this war, in this arc, if he was the number 6 in Spada? And I say, you know what, though, that's a good ass question, because what a lot of people fail to understand is that Kubo's illustration about Grimjaw and his backstory is very crucial. Very, very crucial. And the thing is that Grimjaw's mentality of getting stronger and stronger and more powerful and more powerful. He's the only Espada that Kubo showed with that mentality. And it makes perfect sense how this motherfucker would be like probably stronger than Ichigo right now, and probably, stronger than most captains, or probably captain level right now. It would make perfect sense to me. And Grimjaw's we all like Grimjaw because of his fucking pride, and because it just makes perfect sense, And then it goes to Ichigo's talking about, oh, do you guys can you guys fix my Zangetsu? Can you fix my Zanpakuto? And he's like, it's impossible for us, but there's a Ryatsu at the palace. That's only at the palace. That's special. That can forge possibly the same Zanpakuto original to the first one. And Ichigo's like, he didn't need to hear nothing else. He's there. And then they get to the pillar, and then who is it? My favorite big-breasted woman in Bleach. Kukaku's there. Her brother Kukaku And she's like, the first thing is, you go like, what the fuck? Why are we like transported like this? And she's like, what the fuck? That's the first thing you see. The first thing you say. You haven't seen me in a long time. Like, you're fucking rude, right? And then it's hilarious. And like, you know, and the ball guys talks about how you're right. Well, we have a special Ryasu that can send us down, but the Ryasu's not here in Soul Society, so we need basically to get a fucking a launch back up. So it makes perfect sense because she's like the queen of fucking launching shit, you know? So he's our asking, where's Ganju at? Nobody knows where Ganju is. Like, I'm sorry. She says Ganju is fucking at home. He got so big, he turned into stone. Now he's holding he's holding our banner. Like, I'm like, at first I was thinking, I was like, I swear to God, if that really what happened to my boy Ganju, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. I'm gonna be pissed because he was gangster to me. I liked him. He was gangster. But basically, you know, they get on the pillar and they get launched right back up. And then she asked Ganju, which I was happy he was there. Ganju asked, is this the right thing? You think he should be going? And shit like that, right? The most crucialist part that I think was in this whole chapter is what Kukaku said. She said, well, he has to go because if the Venerate come back a second time, society's done. So he has to go. And then she says, even though Uncle would be sad. Even though Uncle would be sad. Why would your uncle be sad that Ichigo's going to the palace? You know what I think? Back to my theory, you guys. Their uncle is fucking Ishin. I'm telling you. It's Ishin. It's Ishin. Who else would be mad for Ichigo to go to the Soul Society? No. Who else would be mad? Just hear me out. To see Ichigo go to the palace. Okay, to the palace. To fix his Zanpakuto, knowing he's probably going to end up being the last line of defense when the Venerate come back. Who would be mad at that? Who? I tell you, a person who probably got kicked out of Squad Zero, a person who's probably had to leave Squad Zero, fucking Ishin. And I really feel like they're related. Like, I really feel like Ishin's their uncle. For some reason, something is nagging me on that. I don't know. It's just, hey. But then, you know, it shows him pull up, basically, at the palace, talking about this is the palace. And I like that. I like that art at the end of the palace. Like, how the pillar, like, comes up and it's, like, floating under some shit. And it's, like, it's beautifully drawn, you guys. Beautifully drawn. But basically, that was the chapter right there, all in a nutshell. And honestly, I just really got to give Kubo's props, first off, that... no. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. After she said, Uncle will be sad, and this is my only gripe about this, okay? She starts telling Ganju and everybody that's with them, it sounds like, that go back to the Kukaku's special training facility or whatever the fuck she wants to call it, right? And then what we see at the end. Okay, first off, I know a lot of people are probably excited or happy or a little bit. I don't know what the fuck you are. But I'm looking at Ganjo. I'm looking at 3 Fullbringers. I'm like, wow. I thought all of y'all were dead. Except the one Kuwabara fought, Tsuki. Like, you know, it starts with a T. Like, I can't pronounce his name. The one that Byakuya fought. The dude that's fucking, you know the dude I'm talking about. But fuck. Besides him, I thought Ganjo was it. I thought the dude in the middle, the butler dude with the fucking clock that turned into the fucking Hulk and Kapachi cut in half, I thought he was dead. Like, Like, I'm not understanding right now why Kubo would bring them back like that, especially when I thought fucking Ichigo fucking buried him. I thought he buried Ganjo. I don't know if that's Ganjo on the edge, but it looks like fucking Ganjo. I thought Ganjo was dead, or Juga, whatever his name. I thought he was dead, dog. I thought he was dead. If that's not him, it has to be the knuckle dude, the dude with the fucking, that punch. Then I'm sorry, you guys, for fucking blowing that lid. But I thought 2 out of those 3 guys were dead. So I'm hoping Kubo really comes up and explains a lot of shit. But anyways, that's the chapter review right there, you guys. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. I know it's been like over 10 minutes of just watching me fucking talk. I appreciate it. Rate, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about this. I'll definitely get back with y'all. Write me. I'll write y'all. I'll get back. Everything, you guys. Support, and I support you. Ray for Life here. Thanks, you guys. Have a nice day.